How's it going, people? Hope you're doing well this evening. I myself am doing fair. I've got to find some paper cut on my reviews. Let me go grab some paper and I'll be right back. Alright, I got some paper now. You always got to do a sharpness test on a review, so we'll do that. Man, still half asleep. I was supposed to get these done this morning, but I decided to go to sleep instead. I've actually got to, I'm going to have to hop out. I'm going to have to change it to 4K and hop back in and hope that works. So I'll be right back. All right, I should be back now and in 4K. I've got to shoot in 4K because I'm going to be recording some videos in the middle of this. So if you're confused, oh, how's it going? Keep it scale, stupid. I'm just going live, and then I'm going to record some unboxing videos here in the middle. And I won't be able to chat during the unboxing video, but when I get done with one, I'll chat for a little while, and then I'll get into the next one. So, that's what we're going to do. So, forgive me if I don't respond in chat during the unboxing. I'm going to shoot them and record them separate. So I can upload them as unboxing review videos, but yet have a live while I'm doing them. If that makes sense to anybody but me. I'm broadcasting behind the scenes of when I do an unboxing review video. And I'll chat in between them, but I'll record them all individually as I'm doing them, so I can upload them as unboxing review videos. That's why I had to switch to 4K, so that when I do the recording, they're in 4K. Anyway, let me get the background set for the first one I'm going to do. And that would be this one. Firstly, I'm going to do KB Knives Bluff. So let me finish this cigarette and then I'll get right into it. Pinch nerve in my neck. Keep it scale stupid. If you're still here, you need to send me your address so I can send you that Kubi. Gotta log on the Discord and give me your address. I can't send it to you if I don't know where to send it. So yeah, there's that. Why is my earbud not connected? Aha, power was not on. All right, now I'm connected. Should be good to go. Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the KB Knives Bluff. Let's see, let's get the camera on. And it is right here. Let's get into it and see what it's talking about. I actually bought one of these knives when they first came out, and I was not impressed with it. And maybe I got a bad one, we'll see. And I ended up sending it back. It's one of the only knives I've returned to White Mountain Knives. So you got the little card, you got the little cloth, got the box, you got the knife itself. Set that to the side. Let me see. Grab something to get in to here with. Well, did a great job closing that one. All right. So, first impressions. I'm not sure which version I got before. I think it was the same one. But I really like the milling pattern on it. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a fan of plain Jane knives, but I do like the blue accent colors. Looks like it has T8s everywhere, including the clip. We will check that momentarily. Yeah, I really like the pattern. I like the fuller. I like the thumb studs. I like the clip. Side view of the clip looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it will snag your pocket. So let's open it up and see what she looks like. Oh yeah, nice hand satin on the blade. Looks good, looks good. It's designed by the guy that designs Bridgeport Knives. So it's got his logo on it. So that's cool. Now, let's see the action. See? This is what got me last time. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's the knife needing to be broken in. It's doing better now. But I'm pretty good with crossbar lock knives. And I don't like that. It's gonna work in and be better, but it feels super tight. Does not feel, it's catching there at the end also. Let me open it a few more times just to give it a chance. I don't want to say I don't like the action on it and it ends up being okay, but it's got a weird thing here at the end where you have to, it catches, you have to let off at the right time to get it to close. It wants to stop right there, which I don't like. You really have to let off, you have to let off with the crossbar lock there at the end to get it to close, which is okay. And once you learn a knife and you're using a knife for a while, But you can see, I just want to give an example. I mean, this is a poor example, but this is the Ozark Trail from Walmart, and I still have zero blade play in this knife. There's no side-to-side play, but the action is just so much different. Let me see. Let me grab something else right here to my side to compare it to. I apologize. You have to bear with me. Let's see. Where's my... I've got one of the best crossbar lock knives in the game. Kaiser Drop Bear. And I just want to show the difference in it. It's about the same size knife. But this one just feels so much better. And crossbar lock knives should be able to drop shut and still have perfect lockup. And so this one not being able to, I don't like. I mean, I can't even get it to close at all. That's annoying. Super annoying. I was hoping I got a bad one the first time, but no, I didn't. And honestly, I guess I'm not going to be able to recommend this knife to people. It's got the same problems the first one did. Can't get it. Now I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to check the pivot. But you saw, we just took it out of the box. Check the pivot here. Alright, it's just barely locked up tight. Wow. When I tightened it up, now it won't even open. Have to loosen it a little. I don't have any blade play, but I'm still getting terrible action. You loosen it in even more. Alright, so now it feels better. Let's see if I got any blade play. I do feel the tiniest bit of blade play, and it's starting to feel like other good crossbar lock knives that I own. The Drop Bear, when you price a knife this high and it's in the same price group as this knife, I feel it should feel the same. And this one just feels way different to me. And like I said, I'm not new with crossbar lock knives. I know how to operate them. I know what they should feel like. I love Kubi knives. So, you know, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And with the pivot loosened a little, it feels good. The ergos on it feel good. Size is good. Of course, the materials are great. Milling's great. All that's great. But action to me is super important in a knife, and it is acting better now. So maybe it's one of the knives you have to loosen the pivot a little bit and put some Loctite in it, and it'll be good to go. But like I said, it does have a little, I can feel a little blade play just to get it that way. Let me see if I can get that little bit of blade play out, still have decent action. And it will wear in, but you know, you don't want to pay $200 for a knife and have to wait for it to wear in to feel good. Yeah, it's still catching there at the end. Something about the access lock won't open good when you get it tight. Anyway, Let's do some other tests. Let's see if it came sharp. It did come sharp and well. All the way from the back, all the way to the tip of the blade. So that is a plus. You'll get a point, get a good point for that. Now let's get a few measurements on it really quick. The weight of it is 3.47 ounces. So they've probably done some internal milling. Yes. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they have done internal milling. Less than 3.5 ounces is good. Let's get a couple of measurements here. Overall length is a little over, probably around 7.3. Blade length 3 1/4. Cutting edge right at 3, maybe 3.1. Let's get some measurements on it here. Excuse me, my phone is making noise in the background somewhere. Oh well. That'll be all right. Let's see. Thickness of the blade up here at the thickest part is 0.121. And then it gets down to 0.026 behind the edge. Then at the widest point of the scales, without the clip, it is 0.451, and the widest point with the clip is 0.608. That gives you some measurements on it. Let's see. Let's do some of the regular size comparisons. Here's it next to a Spyderco PM3. Here's it next to a Spyderco PM2. It's about the exact same size as the PM3. So that's a good comparison. Once again, here is the Walmart Ozark Trail bug out copy. It is about the exact same size as that as well. While I got it out here, here's the Kaiser drop bear. Looks like the blade is a little longer on it than the drop bear. Here is the Spyderco Smock. You can see it is smaller than the Smock, but yeah, the action should be like this. It should be super ultra smooth for over $200. And this one just isn't that. I mean, it's getting better, but like I said, I've had to loosen the pivot to even get it to that point. If I was to tighten this pivot up to what I consider tight, same way the drop bear is, it would be right there. And when I do that, I can't even hardly get the knife to open or close. Yeah, it's not good. And I don't have it super tight. I just barely got the screw to where it stopped turning. I mean, I'm not applying much pressure at all here. So you literally have to loosen the pivot enough to get it to start acting right. And it still wants to stick at the end, if you don't let off the crossbar lock at the perfect time, or just tap it at the beginning to get it going and just let off. If you hold on a crossbar at all, it doesn't do too good. I love all the milling. I love all my Kubi knives, so I want to love this one, but I just can't. I can't recommend this knife. Once again, I bought it thinking I could make it work, and I mean, I can make it work. I can loosen the pivot and I'll have a little bit of blade play, but I won't be happy with it. It's just my honest opinion. I bought it early because it was one of their, I believe it was their first crossbar lock knife, and hoping that it would be good, and it turned out like this, and once again it turned out like this again. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. You know, if you love everything about it and think you can deal with the issues, then get it. But as you can see, it's nowhere close to in the same leagues as the Kaiser drop bear to me. Just overall noise, feel, action wise, it's just not doing it. Quality as far as the milling, parts, look, blade grind, sharpness, all that is great. Thumb studs feel good. Clip looks good. It's got good tension. I like the fact they use T8s everywhere, but there's just something about that action that just, I mean, I can't even hardly get it to close. You have to really sling the heck out of it to get it to close, and I don't even have the pivot fully tight. So anyway, guys, appreciate you being here. You could be anywhere, but you're here watching this video, and I do appreciate it. If you're awake in the mornings, come join us for Blade Talk every day, 8 a.m. during the week and 9 a.m. on the weekends. Got a great group of guys together talking about knives, learning about new knives, how to mod your knives, what knives we like, what knives we don't like. Got a great group of knowledgeable guys in there. So come join us and teach us something about knives, or learn something about knives, and just enjoy the camaraderie. Anyway, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right. So, you heard my feelings of it. I don't know. Like, why is this stupid recording not stopping? I don't want to have to re-record that. I can't re-record that. It says stopping recording. I think it's trying to broadcast in 4K too, and it's messing with my... Why is it not stopping? Stop the recording. Aha. There we go. Anyway. Don't like the action again on it. How's it going, Waylon? Keep it scale stupid. You still in here? Man, the drop bear is just so much better. And this is not the only, like, it's not, I mean, here's another Kaiser crossbar that feels the same way. Like, that's how crossbars should feel and look. But this one is just not doing it. It's not like I'm bad with crossbar locks. It's just not got good action. I like everything else about the knife. You know, I don't want to not like the knife. I want to like the knife. But I can't get past that action. Crazy. All right, one unboxing down. About 3 to go. Let's see, what's the next one going to be? I guess I will do the... I know which one I want to do. So that's the one I'm going to do. And that is this one right here. I'm going to be doing the Wee Knives Solid next. I don't know why YouTube is telling me that my connection is not strong enough. I get it. Probably trying to broadcast in 4K. But doing the best we can. We haven't had any drop frames, so I don't get that part. So I guess we'll get into the next one. Yeah, keep it scale stupid. You're right. I mean, if it's your first crossbar lock knife, but the bad part about it is if it's your first crossbar lock knife, I don't want that to be your thoughts on crossbar lock knives when they're supposed to be so much nicer and so much easier. I would much rather recommend this Kaiser drop bear because every drop bear I've ever picked up has been that same action. And like I said, once you learn it, you just have to barely touch the crossbar and let off of it and loosen the pivot a little bit, and it acts all right. But if you hold the crossbar at all, it catches. And see, that's the difference. If I hold this crossbar in, it gets out of the way and it just makes the blade loose. That's how they're supposed to act. This one, when you pull the crossbar all the way, it like locks up the blade and catches the blade all the way down. It won't even let it drop. I mean, I can't even shake it closed hardly. So it's just a weird mechanism they got in there. It's the same with any crossbar lock knife. If you pull the crossbar, it should just loosen the blade to where it swings freely. And this one is great because it's got a little catch at the end. It kind of seats the blade in a detent per se. It doesn't really have detent because it's a crossbar, but down here it catches it and pulls it in. This one, I don't know. They just have a different mechanism and it just doesn't work right. I mean, here's a third Kaiser. This is a bigger one and it's still got the same kind of action. The blade is free when you pull the crossbar. And this one, when you pull the crossbar, the blade is stuck. So, I mean, I just have to be honest with my opinions, you know. I can't sugarcoat it. So let me get into it with the next one here. I hope this computer is powerful enough to stream and record at the same time. I guess we'll see. Let me actually, while we're here, let me check that video really quick before I do this again and have to redo a whole. Let me play back. I'm just going to play back for a second my video of my. You have to let off with the crossbar lock there at the end to get it to close, which is okay. And once you learn a bit of blade,
yeah, I think it's okay.
I love
my computer's struggling, but all the photos look good and the audio sounds good. So it's struggling trying to play back a 4K video, but that's all right. It'll upload to YouTube and be okay, I think. If not, oh well. All right. Yeah, William. your mini bug out clone is super stiff on the crossbar. Yeah, I've got a mini bug out that feels okay compared to this one, but I get your pain. And like I said, I don't even have that pivot completely as tight as I would like to have it. Like, it's still a little loose. You would have to put Loctite in it or it would keep getting looser. All right, let's get into this one. I want to see this knife. Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So today we're going to be doing an unboxing, as you see on the screen, of the Odenwolf Knives Solid. This is one of their integral knives. So let's get in the box and see what we got here. So we get the normal stuff you get with the Odenwolf. You get the share your experience card. Get the little book of some of the knives that were released around the same time as this one, I imagine. You got the Hi-Fin, the Banter, the Vision R, and what is that? The Shaken? That one has changed names. That is the Synergy, I believe. I'm not familiar with the Shaken model. The Makani, the Elementum, the Snick, and the Smooth Sentinel. I've got the Smooth Sentinel, an Elementum, and a Makani. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that has changed names to the Synergy 2v2. But maybe the milling is a little different on it, and they do have a Shaken model. Have to check that out afterwards. Got the little Odenwolf cloth. And you got the how to operate a knife safely instructions. And you got the pouch and the knife itself. So let's get all this out. Let's put all this stuff, get the knife out, put this stuff to the side. Because all we care about is the knife. And here it is in all of its glory. What a beautiful thing. I love the aggressive stonewash pattern on this. They offer it in a few varieties. We will look at those momentarily. It's got a different look on it than most knives. It's got some hard angles. Blue with the blue accents and the gold Odenwolf looks good. It is an integral, so it's one big chunk of titanium. Clip looks good. It's not super deep carry. You'd have that much of the knife sticking out of your pocket, which is fine with me, but some people have to have deep carry for some reason. This one does have a very innovative spring-loaded flipper tab, which you don't see on many knives other than customs, stuff like this added. Odenwolf does great quality stuff. This is a collabo with GTC. I'm not sure what that says on it. Yeah, it says, it'll say BLT and GTC. Yep. So let's get the blade open. So yeah, you got a little spring here. So when you start to open it, and there you go. There's the GTC logo on that side. There's the blade grind on it. Beautiful work of art. We will see if it's sharp here in a second with all those crazy grinds. It looks like the edge continues throughout the whole thing, so not really got compound grind on the edge, but on the blade itself it definitely does. This knife kind of reminds me of a futuristic cyberpunk kind of feel. All those lines on it. GTC is coming out with some crazy stuff. He's just his latest release on Instagram, he shows a knife that he made that has no hardware at all.
holding it together. It's all done with, you rotate the pivot and then you rotate the scales, and it's a very clean look. We might take a look at that real quick if we have a chance. This is a big knife. I've got big hands, and I could get 6 fingers on it if I had 6 fingers, if I was a Nephilim. I'm not that, so I can get all 4 of mine easily. Yeah, it feels good in hand. Got good balance. It is pretty heavy. Let's get a weight on it. See what she's coming in at. So it's pushing 6 ounces, 5.9 ounces. So it is a big boy. And then let's get a couple of measurements on it with the length here. It's pushing 9 inches too. That's what she said. It's definitely 8.8 maybe. Then the blade, it's pretty close to 4 inches. It's probably 3.9 to the front of the scales there. 3.8, 3.9. Cutting edge to the sharpening choil is 3.7 maybe. So it's a big knife. Let's get a couple measurements of the width of the blade. Up here at the widest point, looks like it is 0.158. And then down here behind the edge, let me make sure I'm getting it on a place that doesn't have a, it's kind of hard to get right behind the edge, 0.23. And then the scales at the widest point without the clip is about 0.549, so right at 0.55. And then with the clip, it's 0.683. Yeah. All right, let's see if it came sharp with all those crazy angles on it. Yes, it did. We usually does a great job at sharpening their knives. This is no exception. Now let's check the lockup on it. Lockup looks like it's maybe at about 30%, which is good. It does have a lock bar insert. The blade is big enough that it just wants to drop close, so the action on it feels good. I have to get used to that little spring-loaded flipper tab. Normally not a huge fan of flipper tabs, but this one, since it is spring-loaded, it goes back and doesn't interfere with the lines of the knife. So I do like that about it. And this knife really doesn't have any other way to deploy it because the blade tucks in. So it needs a flipper tab. I really like the sleek lines of it. The flipper tab disappears when you close it. It lays flat against the inside of the scales here, right there. So that's cool. I do like the looks of it. Let's go check out their webpage really fast. I meant to do that with the last knife I looked at, but that's all right. So it looks like they offer it in 5 or 6 different models. Let's see, we've got the black stonewash version. The blue bead blast version. That's what they're calling. Oh, that's the blade. Bronze with the black stonewash blade. Gray with the gray blade. That would probably be my favorite. Although I do like the gray with the bead blast blade. They're all nice. The blue one's nice as well. You can see they're pretty pricey knives. They've just dropped that price because I think I looked yesterday and it was showing the $530. So that $499, maybe it's online only. It says, oh, okay, that's because we're on Blade HQ. If we were actually on the We Knives site, it would still be the $530, I believe. Let's see, We Knives solid. So okay, it shows $500. They show 6 versions on here. So we got the polished gray, the black, polished bead blasted, the bronze, the blue, and the black with the etching pattern. Okay, so that's a different model. That one's $10 more for that extra etching. Kind of like that etching. It goes throughout the whole thing. It's a pretty cool little added touch to that knife, the way it looks. Super cool, super cool. It won the Atlanta Blade Show Knife Collaboration of the Year 2023. So that's pretty awesome. Like I said, oh yeah, let's go to GTC's Instagram real quick. GTC Knives Instagram. I wanted to show you his newest knife that has no hardware. So there's no external hardware. You push a button there, you turn the clip. That releases the scales. There's no external pivot. Once you get the clip off, then you rotate the entire scales. And that's how you disassemble the blade. The only problem I foresee is having to get the tolerances exactly right on those threads to where it tightens up right when the scales close up. Anyway, that's a cool knife he's doing. Go check out his Instagram if you want to see what he's up to. Let's do a few quick size comparisons before we get out of here. So, standard knives everybody has, the Spyderco PM3 and the Spyderco PM2. As you can see, this thing is a beast and bigger than both of them. Here's the Spyderco Smock. It's bigger than the Smock. Here is, Shaman. I don't know why I had my Smock here. Here's the Smock. This is the Shaman. I don't know why it's called that. It's my favorite knife in the world, the Shaman, and I called it a Smock. That's all right. Knives on the brain. Yeah, this is the Smock. It's bigger than both the Shaman and the Smock. This is the Manix 2. Bigger than all of those. Let's see, something it might be more comparable to would be like the Kaiser Critical. Pretty close to the same as it. This is the Kaiser GPB1. Getting pretty close to the same size. It's a little larger than the GPB1. It's real close to the Critical. And the other John Gray knife, this is the Kaiser SLT. So that gives you a comparison with a couple of larger knives. I don't have anything else in this case. It's probably as big. Here's a Kubi Knives Hyperion. Compare it to that. And of course, here's the Kubi Titius. You see how much bigger it is than that. So that gives you a good comparison. So yeah, great knife overall. I love it. It is a little pricey. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can fail the flipper tab here. Barely. Yes. So even though it is spring-loaded, it is failable. That's fine. With any kind of pressure, it wants to open. Most of us, when we go to open our knives, we add a little bit of wrist to it anyway, and not going to have any issues with that. It does close very good. Almost drop shut. Kind of hydraulic. So yeah, great knife. The Wee Solid. Appreciate y'all being here. If you're up in the mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time, join us every day. We have a blade talk with a bunch of cool guys in the mornings. We all sit around, drink coffee, and talk about knives for a couple hours. It's 8 a.m. during the week and 9 a.m. on the weekends, so you can sleep in. We're coming up on day 100 in a row with no plan on stopping anytime soon. So if you are awake in the mornings and like talking about knives, come join us. Learn something, teach us something, all the above. Like I said, I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, guys, another unboxing done. Sorry I gotta do all that, talking beforehand and after and all that. It is what it is. They're all individual videos I'm recording, so they've got to stand by themselves without any kind of explanation. Yeah, I love this knife. A lot better than the other one I just did. Man, that action. Something to... I guess if it was your only one, you would learn how to open it and close it good. Like I said, if you just flick it open and just barely pull the crossbar and close it, it closes okay. But if you hold any kind of pressure on the thumb stud, on the crossbar, it won't close right. And I hate to compare it to the Walmart $10 knife, but when a $10 knife has better action crossbar, you see how smooth that opens and closes when I hold the crossbar lock. This one, if I hold the crossbar lock, I can't even get the blade to move, hardly. I have to let off of the crossbar lock in order for it to close. Yeah, it's just not good. Not good. And I've had friends that bought this knife and tried to tell me theirs was fine, and this is the second one I've gotten now, and it's the same thing with both of them. And I guess, like I said, if you just use your thumb and just barely touch the crossbar and sling it closed, it's okay. And I could get used to that, I guess. But saying one is great is not the terms when you can pull the crossbar and you can't even move the blade. I don't know. Something crazy. I mean, just like I said, this knife is great. This is a great crossbar lock. And when you pull that crossbar, that blade is just loose. Silky loose. You can open that one with your thumb, but it doesn't take nearly as much pressure. Like, you can barely, I can just barely push on that one and it just opens up. This one, you have to push really hard. It doesn't want to close right. And it will work in and get better. So, but I just want it to be out of the box experience like the drop bear is. I mean, we didn't even look at the price of that thing, but if we go to the website here, it's $200 and $240. The version I got, $230. And we go to the Kaiser drop bear in LMAX, and that's with S35VN. With LMAX steel, the Kaiser drop bear in LMAX is $219. So I know which one I would recommend to people. If they ask me between the two, there's the same steel, S35VN, much better mechanism for $169 instead of $230. So yeah, it is what it is. Gone fishing. All right. I will let the people in chat tell me which one they want to see me unbox next. I got two more left. I've got the Concept Sibin, which is an edgy blade works design. And then I have the Bridgeport 395 LL, Way of Knife exclusive. Which one do y'all want to see next? The Sibin or the 395? Nobody? Nobody cares? Alright. Well, I'll do the one I want to do then. I think I've only got time to do one more before I got to start getting ready for work. We will do this one. Let me change my thumbnail. To the 395. Whoops. 395 LL. And let's get into it. Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So today we're going to be doing an unboxing of a Way of Knife exclusive model of the Bridgeport 395 LL. This one came from Way of Knife and it is a limited edition version. I believe the card here says this is number 57 of 68. And I imagine they're all different. This one has a super cool pattern on it and that blurple color that we all love. Changes from blue to purple. I'm not sure this light is doing it justice, but it really does switch from purple to blue really nicely. Super cool patterning on it. Like the clip on this knife. I love the lines on this knife. If you didn't know, these knives are OEM'd by Kubi. So if you like Kubi knives, you will probably like Bridgeport knives. I myself love Kubi knives, and this makes the third Bridgeport knife that I have. I have the Bodhi LL and the 1827 FL. Should have gotten those out beforehand in order to show them in comparison. I will grab those momentarily, but let's get into it. Set this off to the side. Let's open her up, see what the blade looks like. So yeah, I got a super aggressive stone wash, acid washed finish. Looks great. The colors on this thing are super bright. Pattern on it's great. It's a 3.5 finger knife for me. It's not quite a 4 finger, so it is the smallest Bridgeport that I've gotten. The action on it is great. Not quite drop shut, but it doesn't take much effort to get it to close. Makes a great sound when you open it. Does not have a flipper tab sticking out to ruin the lines on it, so the lines are super clean on it. As you can see, looking great, looking great. Let's get a few measurements on it here. Let's see how much it weighs. .83. It does have nested liner locks, so righties or lefties won't get locked out of it. I used to not like liner locks. I used to prefer frame locks, but as I've matured in my knife game, it cleans up the lines on the clip side without having the cutout for the lock bar, and it allows lefties to use it just the same. Well, not just the same, but pretty close to the same. They would prefer it be over here on this side of the knife, but they can get to it without putting pressure on it with their hand. So yeah, let's get some measurements on it here. It looks like it is right at 7 inches overall. And I bet they're calling it a 3¼ inch blade, maybe. Right at 3 inches cutting edge, so they might call it a 3 inch, they might call it a 3¼ Let's get a few thickness measurements on it. At the widest part of the blade here, we are at 0.114, sorry. And then it drops down to 0.0185 behind the edge. So that'll let you know how much it tapers. Let's see how wide the scales are here with being very gentle and not touching them too much. 0.478. And then with the clip, 0.627. Do a few size comparisons here with the standard go-tos that a lot of people know the size of. Spyderco PM3. As you can see, like I said, it is a little bit of a smaller knife, so it is even smaller than a PM3. So when I put the PM2 up next to it, it's going to look real small. Here's the Walmart Ozark Trail. It is smaller than that as well. Let me see here if I can find some knives that might be similar in size to it, and actually grab the other two Bridgeport knives that I have. Get in my case here. A couple of comparisons with something a little smaller maybe. So here's the other two Bridgeports that I have. This is the Bodie, and this is the 1827 FL. You can see they are both larger than it. Here is a Wee Elementum. That one is closer in size to it. Let me see what else I have in here that I can compare it to. What do I have here? What do I have? Here is the Wee Thug. And what else do I have? Here's the Burnley SQD2. About the same size knife as that. Here's the Max Ace Meerkat, if you happen to have one of those. It's a little larger than the Meerkat. What else do I have in here? I thought I had something else that was smaller. Here's the Null Knives Grace. Give you a comparison. It's a little smaller than the Grace. So yeah, that gives you some comparisons there. Great little knife, great little knife. Let's see if it's sharp. Grab a piece of paper here. Yes, sir it is. So after Way of Knife did the acid wash and stone wash on this, of course they were going to have to sharpen it. So they did a great job all the way from back here at the very back, all the way up to the tip. Looks good everywhere. Back here, yeah, it was just the angle of the paper, but yeah, all the way from the back to the front of the blade. Feels great. It's always a plus when you don't have to sharpen a brand new knife you buy. Let's see, let's go to the website, check out the what they have to offer here. So as you can see, the 395 LL, $180. They have it in on their website in 4 different versions. They have it with the blade hole, like my version, or they have it with the hole and the thumb stud. I prefer just the hole, but that's what she said. Cool thing about this knife also, that Bridgeport offers, is they have replacement scales for this knife, and they make all kinds of versions, from Rich Light to G10 to Fat Carbon.
So you can change up the look of this knife every day of the week if you wanted to. I like that Blue Canyon Rich Light. Looks pretty good. The only Rich Light I've ever had was this red Maple Valley. Oh, they even have green canvas micarta. Bunch of different fat carbons. Lava Flow, Nebula, Black Camo, and Black Dunes. And they just have the black, the Day Glow. Day Glow would be good to have put on it if you were, you know, going to go outdoors. Didn't want to lose it if you dropped it. They do. Here's the 1827 FL. That's their flagship knife. And the Bodhi is kind of their lowest cost one. Super good value on it right now. And then the 395 is not available for sale anymore, but they do sell the scales on it. And when it was available for sale, well, maybe it was the cheap. No, it was 180 for the nice scale version of it. They are sold out. Manufacturer Kubi Knives in China. So like I said, if you like Kubis, I'm sure you'll like the Bridgeport. Anyway, guys, appreciate you being here and checking out this unboxing. If you like talking about knives, you can join us every morning. There's a great group of guys that get together every morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. on the weekends. And we talk about knives for a couple of hours. We talk about modding, what we like, what we don't like, what's coming out this week, what's dropping soon, what's coming up at the blade shows. Just anything knife related, anything goes. So come in there if you got some stuff to teach us or want to learn some stuff. Come join us. We would love to have you. Yeah, every morning on my YouTube channel, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. on the weekends. Hope to see you there. And I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, guys. Another unboxing done. I really like this knife. It's a smaller knife, but it feels great in the hand. So out of the three that I just unboxed, Solid definitely be my favorite. Second would be this one, and then third would be this one. And this one would come way down here. I don't know. Like I said, I guess I could get used to it. Just barely touching the crossbar lock and using a lot of wrist to open and close it. I do like the blade grind, the satin grind. I love the milling on it. The Segha pattern, whatever you say it, Segha. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. Let's see. See if we can look up how to pronounce that word. Segaha. Let's see. Pronunciation. Let's see how they say you're supposed to say it. Howtopronounce.com. Might as well show y'all the website if I'm on it. So this is the pattern. Here's how you say it.
Sagaiha.
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 That's how it looks too. Sagaiha.
Sagaiha.
Yeah, I could have pronounced that if I would have read it. Sagaiha.
Sagaiha.
Alright then. Sagaiha.
It's a Sagaiha pattern. To answer your question, keep it scale stupid, it's not fish scales. It's a Japanese pattern. Sagaiha. 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 I really like this thing. I love my integrals. I've really been getting into them. Got another one right here beside me. Yeah, it's definitely Japanese to me too. Japanese to everybody. Another integral. TS 195. Talked about it this morning. It's just something about the integrals. Super clean lines. You can't get any cleaner lines than no lines. So one piece of titanium means no lines. Whereas this one has lines. And this one has lines. So yeah, guys. Appreciate anybody that stopped in, watched me do some stupid unboxing videos. We make some awesome knives. Can't beat the quality of we. They wouldn't have gotten where they are without super great quality. Let's see, what other big wees do I have? I guess the Thug XL and the Shudan, two of the largest ones. I don't know. The Exciton is pretty big too. It's probably almost as big as that. What else is kind of big? The Spree is kind of smaller. Oh, the Makani is pretty big too. Let's see what its size is next to it. Yeah, it's a little smaller. But the Wii goes in there nicely with its other Wii brothers. As you can see, the Trogon, Starhawk, the Sakshi, the Riff Raff, beautiful knife. The Thug and the Thug XL. And the Elementum. And the Smooth Sentinel. And the Beacon. And I guess that's it when it goes to Wii. Yes, sir, keep it scale stupid. Wii has two budget lines. They have Civivi and Syncut. So Civivi Knives is owned by Wii. And so is Syncut Knives. So if you want to start out with a great quality Wii knives, go to Civivi.com and pick out any one of these. You can see right there, Civivi and Syncut, made better.
Hello, my name is Joe. Please enjoy this virtual tour of our new state-of-the-art facility.
At the 12,000 square meter manufacturing facility in Yangjiang, We Knife has perfected the technologies required to make high-quality products at an unsurpassed value. With over 20 years of manufacturing expertise, We Knife has earned a strong reputation in the knife industry and consistently produces award-winning designs and high-end production models. Whether generated from our in-house designs or collaborations with well-known designers from across the globe, our family of nearly 200 experienced staff works together with passion and dedication to bring the highest quality products to you. We Knife sources raw materials from the world's leading producers, such as the US-sourced CPM-20CV, S35VN steel, fat carbon, and other highly desired materials. Following strict quality and production standards, our team of highly skilled technicians utilize modern, high-tech equipment and premium materials, which sets us apart from other manufacturers in the industry. Vacuum heat treatment technologies result in unsurpassed strength and edge retention properties for our blades. Every unique design is hand-rubbed, polished, and carefully inspected to create a beautiful work of art ready for years of enjoyment. Every knife receives a razor-sharp edge and subtle branding to make sure it looks as good as it cuts. Before any knife leaves our factory, it gets a white glove cleaning treatment and multiple inspections, which has resulted in our incredible reputation for quality assurance. At We Knife, we always strive for perfection, and that's why We Knives are always made better. We invite you to try it, see what all the hype is about, and experience the We gift.
Well, they got men out there working the machines and women in the office. That's cool. Anyway, Savivi, and I didn't say Star Fox. I said Star Hawk. This one is the Star Hawk, and it is super cool little knife. Not sure what it runs, but we can check really quick. We Star Hawk. Looks like it's 187, but hopefully somewhere like White Mountain Knives has it. You can get it for cheaper. Let's see if White Mountain Knives has a Star Hawk. They do, but it is even more expensive. Wow, that's a shocker. 20 CV. Is it different blade steel? What's going on with the price? 20 CV. No. Oh, it was 288. They've dropped the price. But they offer it in a few different versions. That one is $685 for the Damasteel version. The Wee Makani, kind of pricey. I didn't realize they were that much. That's the version I've got. No, that's not the version I've got. I've got the one with the insert. I got this version. Crazy. Crazy how much the price is on some of these. I'm glad I didn't pay anywhere close to that, but you can't see that same pattern on the light's not doing it justice, but it's got the same clip and lightning anno little panel. And this one's a fake integral kinda. It's got that little back strap cover that goes over the top. And this is a button lock. Great knife. The Excite On. What about the Big Banter Angel? That's a Civivi. The Banter. Oh, maybe that's a Wii. I'm not sure. I know they make a Baby Banter. I've got one of those, Civivi. Keep it scale stupid. Make sure to give me your address, man, so I can send you that knife. And I've got some Civivis too for sale. If you want to check out a Civivi. Let me get these put back up real quick. Kind of where they go. Angel, yeah. I've got a Civivi Vision as well. I've got the one with the Damascus blade. I wish I had a better blade steel one like yours, the S35VN. Let's see, where are my Civivis? And I think they're in one of these. In one of these here boxes. I mean bags. Let's see. In this one maybe. Yes. So here's all my Civivis and Sin Cuts. Here's a Baby Banter he was just talking about. Civivi. And here is the Vision FG that he was talking about with the Damascus blade. It's got this Snex lock on it. And then this is a cool Civivi I got not long ago. Brand new. I got it on a trade that you could have for cheap. Keep it scale stupid with the lanyard and the skull built in. Let's see, this is, I believe, I got this one not long ago too. That's a cool button lock one, Civivi. Great action on it in aluminum. And then I got this one too from the same guy that I got this one from. It's a Sin Cut. Super cool little knife. Did you really just send your address on here? Delete that, please. Send it on Discord. And never send your address like that out to the public. Send it on Discord. I did not get that, but the whole world does not need to see your address. This one's called Starfire. Yeah, you just sent your address out for the whole world to see. How's it going, Pete? Yeah, I did 3 unboxings on video. Keep it scale stupid. I don't have your address. I deleted it, so you're gonna have to send it to me on Discord. Don't send your address in the public chat for the whole world to see. This is the Starfire from Civivi. Pretty crazy knife. Yeah, Pete, I did 3 unboxings of the Solid, which is on the table. Do you want everybody
to know your address in the whole world? Like, it's called doxing yourself. Yeah, I did the unboxing of the Solid. I did an unboxing of the Bridgeport. And once again, I deleted it. It's gone. But go send it to me on the Discord. And then Pete, once again, the Kubi bluff let me down. Completely let me down. Love everything about it. Love the milling. It's all good, man. I'm just trying to protect you. I mean, it's fine. It's no big deal. Just send it in the Discord in my private chat that we had. But yeah, Pete, the bluff is terrible. The action on it is terrible. When you pull the crossbar lock, it won't even close. You have to just barely pull it and let off and let it sling closed. You can't hold it or it doesn't move at all. Terrible. You have to loosen the pivot. Like if I was to tighten the pivot just up to where I normally would, just right there, like not super tight, then it's impossible to even open the blade. It's super stiff. I mean, you can't tell how stiff that is, but it's very stiff. And then you can't even close it with the crossbar lock if you tighten the pivot. So this is the second one I bought. I bought the first one, sent it back because I didn't like it. And on this one, if you hold the crossbar, it won't close. Crazy. Crazy how great the milling is on it, how great everything is on it. And then it's just garbage with the crossbar. And you know, like even the $10 Ozark Trail, there's no break-in period. It's the action. I mean, like when you pull this crossbar all the way, the blade's loose like it's supposed to be. There's no amount of break-in that's going to fix this one. I mean, this blade, when you pull the crossbar, does not move. I'm shaking my hand, the blade barely moves. Like there's no fixing it. I mean, you could get used to it because you have to flick it open with your finger, and then if you just barely tap the crossbar and use your wrist, you can get it to close most of the time. But you can't hold in on the crossbar at all. You have to just instantly let off of it. If you hold in on the crossbar at all, it doesn't want to close. Pretty crazy. I'm really disappointed. And you know, I show when it's a $230 knife, and you can get for $219, you can get this L-Max drop bear. It's just a totally different league of knife. Like you can see how that blade is loose when I pull the crossbar, just like every other crossbar lock knife. Then if I pull this crossbar, it doesn't move at all. You have to just tap the crossbar and then it kind of works, but you have to let off instantly and you have to use a lot of wrist and it still doesn't want to close all the way. It's just annoying. It's not that I couldn't get used to it, but why you shouldn't have to get used to something weird like that. You should be able to just pull the crossbar and it opens or closes very easily. Just like the drop bear. And this one doesn't. You gotta give it a lot of wrist. It's sticky. Tons of bad stuff about it. I love the design. I love the milling. I love the blade shape. I love the hand sight and grind. I love the fuller. I love the thumb studs. But yeah, the Militaw is another example. Perfect knife. Like right out the box. Perfect. Can't even find mine, but yeah, Militol, prime example of a perfect knife. Like, just so drop shut, so perfect every way. I mean, it's not a crossbar lock, but like this one, crossbar, you pull the crossbar, the blade's loose. This one has a cool little feature where it like pulls the blade in at the end. But it just works. I don't know. I'm not trying to be biased. I love my Kubies. But you can see this one when you pull it, it's just the blade is loose. Like crossbars should be. And this one you pull it, it doesn't you have to shake it a bunch to get the blade. It still doesn't want to move. It's barely moving. And if you try to close it by pulling it, it stops. Like, weird. I don't know, man. I'm probably going to send it back again, which is terrible. Like, it'd be the second one I've sent back to White Mountain Knives. Only knife I've ever returned to White Mountain Knives. I'll have to check and see what I paid for it, because if I didn't pay, if I got a decent deal on it, then I guess I won't send it back. But Pete, the next one you need to get is the Veritas. It's a gentleman's knife, and it's just as good as the Militol. And when I ask people what their favorite Kaisers are, whenever I post on Reddit, they say this knife, the Militol, and the T1. But this one is so smooth. It's got that front flipper that's so easy to deploy. You don't have to give it any. And the milling on that titanium is just super cool. And this is more of a gentleman's knife. But whenever I ask people what their favorite Kaisers are to recommend, they say the Veritas, the Militol, and the T1. Like, that's the top three Kaisers that everybody always mentions. And then this is close behind the Beglighter. The Beglighter, a lot of people like it too. And the Sparrow is up and coming and getting into a lot of people's top list. Like, the Sparrow is a great. Yeah, the Veritas is a nice gentleman's knife. It's just got that clean lines and that milling on the titanium. Yeah, I've got a Strix. Strix is in my want to buy list too. Now, if you ask me which Kaisers are the best, I'm going to go with a bunch of my Laconicos. Because I like the lines on the Laconicos, but and my prototype Laconico to be determined, TBD. One of my favorites. I love my Laconico Kaisers though. I haven't played with one yet, Fred. The Gemini is another one of my favorites. I just love the clean lines that Laconico does. I like the shoal too, because it reminds me of Laconico, even though it's Ning Ma. Yeah, I want to check out the Silver Wing. The newest, I think the newest Kaiser that I've gotten is probably the Hawk. I think the Hawk is maybe the newest one that I've gotten. Good evening, folks. Yeah, the Hawk is probably my newest one. And I like the Hawk. The Hawk is a super cool knife. It is a knife that will cut you if you're not careful, though. It is super drop shut. I don't care how tight you want to make the pivot. You're still going to get cut if you're not careful. Mine is just like it's just guillotine. And I've got the pivot like super tight. But it just drops. If you get the blade past the... Like there's no keeping it up. It will bite you. As you can see. If I just turn it up vertical, it's closing. I like that little double, the little ramp, the D10 on it. Whatever he did, that but yeah, this thing is garbage still, the Bluff. I mean, it's a great knife. I love Kubi's, but this crossbar is just not working. And I hate it because I wanted to love it. I wanted to hope I got a bad one the first time, but I didn't. I got the standard knife, and when you pull the crossbar all the way, it doesn't close. Yeah, that little double detent, the weird double, I forgot what they call it. What do they call it, Fred? The double, they call it something. It's got a name, it's patented or something. Kaiser Hawk. It's got a... It's called something. Right here. Snap Echo. They call it a Snap Echo. So it's got a little weird shaped detent. It doesn't have a ball. It has like a little plateau looking, little point looking thing. And it's called the Snap Echo system. So yeah, that's kind of why it drops shut like it does. Snap Echo. Doesn't have the normal little ceramic ball. It's got a little... Yeah, I meant dual stop pins is what I was talking about, but that Snap Echo is what I was talking about. That little, because it's weird. You see the hole it goes into. It goes into a whole hole instead of like a regular ceramic ball. Just fits into the hole goes all the way through. Yep, Snap Echo. But it's got dual stop pins too. Snap Echo. They always got to have some kind of catchy name, huh? Well, guys, I only put this live up to do a few unboxings. I recorded them while I was doing the live. I made separate recordings of them all. So if you go back and watch, you can watch those 3 unboxings of these 3 knives. The Wee Solid is great. I love the little springy flipper tab that gets back out of the way. Works great. Pretty wild looking knife, but I can pretend that this knife is great. Like I can open and close it just like any other knife if I just pretend. But if I give it my honest opinion, it's not great. And the lock is not ever going to be great. I don't care how long it gets worn in. I can pretend like this that it looks great. And if you don't know much about knives and know how they're supposed to work, then maybe you think this is right. And like I said, I can open and close this all day long like this. But this is not how crossbars are supposed to work. You're not supposed to just have to barely tap the crossbar and let off of it. You're supposed to be able to hold it in and the blade be loose. So it does not work. I'm going to be late for work if I don't leave. The $3.95